that's the word that Paul uses here, that I might know him. It's not just intellectual assent, that there's the big guy out there somewhere. But he's talking about something that he knows intimately. In fact, the word know there is an interesting word. It's the same word that is used in Matthew chapter 1, verse 25, where it speaks of Joseph and his relationship with Mary, and he says, and he knew her not until she had conceived and brought forth her firstborn and laid him in a manger, and he called him Jesus. It's the word of that kind of intimate knowing. That's what Paul says. I am consumed with being able to know him intimately in my life. It's not a sexual thing like the world would make it today, but it is an experiential thing where it is Christ in you, as he writes to the Colossian church, the hope of glory. I'm walking with him experientially. And you think of Enoch in the Old Testament where it says he walked with God and God knew him, for God took him. God says, Enoch, come on up. There's that kind of a walk. And Paul is consumed with that kind of thing. That I may be found in him, he said. Reminiscent of that word of Jesus in John 14:20, where he's talking about the coming of the Holy Spirit. And he says to his disciples, in that day, he's talking about Acts 2, the day of Pentecost, in that day, you will know that I am in the Father, and I am in you, and you are in me. Now, there's so much that we could spend the rest of the morning just focusing on that verse, but we won't. But just grab a hold of this. They understood the significance, the disciples did, because the Holy Spirit in the Old Testament never came into anyone. It came on them for a specific task and a specific purpose. And Jesus says to the disciples in that day, when the Holy Spirit comes into you, you're going to know that I am in the Father is in me, and I am in you, and you are in me. So